Assalamu alaikum. Pănsmi Jamosun English is para. Achil lesson number 3 in para emyuk Gulliver among the little people. Tata bacha to asyo yaad tah wonmo me patmis sabqas maz wonmo yil patim lecture me diut tat maz wonmo te me ki Gulliver hasa os ak sailor ak ya sa os samandari safar karan as a doctor tat maz ta yil tihun jahaz phasya samandar kin tuman वाव तूफानस मज तो तम सत क्या गो तम पत यम तथ सेलर सर्वे वथ आबस मज तो फाइनली वोत गुलेवर अकिस जान यह फस्यामुत कमन मज यह तथ मुल्कस मज तथ आइलैंडस मज फसान उस आइलैंड उस लकटन लुकन हुन लिटल पीपल यम वारिया लकट शे आंच सिर्फ बड़ तो अम पत क्या वोनमो तुम मे दोमो ये शंगित अत थोकमुत तो तमो गंडित थोमुत अम कर कोशिश यमन चटनच यम रज अमिस गन यम हसा ज्यादा मोट आसन कह 15 मच आसन तुम रज कह तो मगर कोशिश करान करान हसा कर एम क्या कोर तो आज वो सह चटनच कोशिश तम कर आज वो तम पत क्या गो ही ब्रोक वन और टू स्ट्रिंग्स एंड वाज एबल मूव हिज लेफ्ट arm a little. He tried to catch some of the little men, but they slipped through his fingers and ran away. Then there was a loud shout, and little arrows came and hit Gulliver all over the body. They were sharp and painful. Gulliver said to himself, "These arrows are very painful, and I won't try to break any more string. But how can I feel myself? Free myself." Gulliver lay there quietly and did not move for a long time. Now the tiny man did not shoot any more arrows at him. They made a platform near his head. Several of them climbed on the platform, and one of them spoke, but Gulliver did not understand the tiny man's words. Gulliver was very hungry and thirsty. He made some signs for food and drink. They understood his signs and brought him baskets full of tiny loaves of bread and tiny fruits. Gulliver ate 2 or 3 loaves at a time. Then they brought him water in a tiny tubs. He drank it, then went to sleep. The men then went to their king and said, "There is a giant near the seashore. He was sleeping, and we tied him to the ground. What shall we do with him?" The king wanted to see the giant for himself. He said, make a very big cord, put the giant on it, and bring him here." The tiny man soon made a wooden cord. It was 2 meters long and 1 meter wide, and it had 22 wheels. The wheels were also made of wood. Hundreds of tiny horses pulled, caught, and hundreds of tiny men joined together to tie Gulliver to it. Then the horses pulled the cart with Gulliver on it. The next day they reached the gate of the city. The king of Lilliput came and saw the Gulliver. He was very surprised and said to himself, "Oh, this man is very big. His arms and legs are like tall trees." Gulliver was taken to an old temple and put there. The king's men tied him on his legs with strong chains to a pillar. Crowds of the people came and saw him. Some of them shoot arrows at his face, but the king stopped this. Gulliver did some funny tricks and pleased the king and people. Then one day Gulliver said to the king, "Please take away my chains. I want to walk." About the king said, "That will be dangerous. You will walk on people's body and kill them." "No, I will be careful. I will not kill anyone. You people will be quite safe," Gulliver said. The king said to his men, "Take his chains away. He is not a dangerous giant." The Gulliver was free and lived among the people of Lilliput for several months. Adapted from Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. तो ये स्टोरी थी किसकी, गुलेवर इन ललिपुत। अब आपको मैं वन मतलब अमे गुबर म्योन माने ये गुलेवर फसामुत गंडित थोमुत। He broke one of his strings and was able to move his left arm a little. He tried to catch some of the men, but they slipped through his fingers and ran away. दपान युस अमस रज गंडित आस एम लोम उमन तो शेरन कह रज टित तो पत लजा कोशिश करने युस टिनी पीपल ललिपुत लुक एम लजा अमन थप करने, मगर अमो क्या गए, गए स्लिप। हम चल नेरित कपर अम सन ओंगजो मज। तो तम पत क्या गो, देन देयर वाज लाउड शाउट एंड लिटिल एरोज केम एंड हिट गुलेवर ऑल ओवर हिज बॉडी। दे वर शार्प एंड पेनफुल। तब अम पत क्या गो, अम पत गए अत बड़े क्रेक, किसी ने चिल्लाया वहां पे। तो अम पत हसा चल यमो क्या एरोज, तीर चल यमो अम सज प्रथ बॉडी पे। तो युम हसा वारिया तेज, वारिया तेज बे पेनफुल, सख दग अम सतन वथान। Gulliver said to himself, "These arrows are very painful, and I won't try to break any more strings. But how can I free myself?" तो गुलेवर सोच कि युथु बह हेवान छुस यम रज सटन यम चलावन मे पे तीर, यम तीर वारिया पेनफुल, यम बड़ सख दग तुलान मे, अम सच में दग वथान, क्योंकि अम सच लगा अमस। तो बह चटन यम रज वज कि, मगर अज सोचन बह कित कर पन पान, कित कर बह आजाद, बह फसाउस यमन मज, बह कित कर आजाद। Gulliver lay there quietly and did not move for a long time. ये रोद इथे पठन यथ पठ ओस वारियास टाइमस तान करन कह त मोमेंट। Now the tinny man did not shoot any more arrows at him. अम पत लग न tinny man यम अस तमो त्रन अमस पठ कह एरो वैरो व तीर वीर चलाक न कि। They made a platform near his head. युस तम सन कल ओस ता जे बनो तम प्लेटफॉर्म आख्यो आसे कि बनमस वथिश यपर यम खसान अम सन कल पे पत अम सन बॉडी किन फेरन। Several of them climbed the platform and one of them spoke, but Gulliver did not understand the tiny man's word. अमस नश वारिया खत अमस नश अख हसा लोग अमस कथ करने, मगर अमस आन समझ कहीं तिक लैंग्वेज इज डिफरेंट क्या था ओस अमस वन। Gulliver was very hungry. Gulliver तिक वारिया थोकमुत ओस, बछुत ओस, hungry and thirsty. Hungry गो बछुत, thirsty गो अमस त्रेश होत अमस वन प्यासा और भूखा। He made some signs for food and drink. They understood the signs and brought him baskets full of tiny loaves of bread and tiny fruits. Amo samjho im sanil im sign ho im ishar ho im mandun me dito ki khan khatar tumo hase ho im an imis kya चोट तो बे has त्रेश बे bread and tiny fruits अनस चोट तो बे अनस क्या मेव टिनी फ्रूट्स मतलब लकट मेव। Gulliver ate 2 or 3 loaves at a time. सो तुलान 2-3 चोच अके साथ युस इहंस बड़ चोट सो अके साथ तुलान 3-3। Then they brought him water in tiny tubs. He drank and then went to sleep again. तम पत टबस मंज अमस खतर त्रेश एम चे सो एहन टब त कत बड़ आसान तुमन मज यम सान कपन यथी तो एम चे तो सो तम पत हसे शोंग। The man then went to the king and said, "There is a giant near the seashore." अम पत कोत गई ना यम टिनी मैन कोत गई, अब गई पदस बादशाह तश दोपस अख giant गो देव कत seashore समुंदर के साहिलस पे। He was sleeping and we tied him to the ground. दोपस सस ओस शंगित अस शोर सो गंडित कत अस थो सो गंडित ground सतन थो अस सो गंडित। What shall we do to him with him? अस क्या करो तमस। The king wanted to see the giant for himself. युस हसा किंग ओस तम वन बस he said तम वन बस यसान वुचन पान सो कुस giant वुचन बह पान, देव वुचन बह, जिन वुचन बह पान। Make a very big cot, put the giant on it and bring him here. دوٚپمَس تُہۍ کٔرِو اَکھ کٲم, تُہۍ تُلِوُن یہِ یُس ہسا یہِ جینٛٹ چھُ, یہِ أنِو أکِس چارپاے ہِش بَنٲیِو تُہۍ, کاٹ اَکھ بَنٲیِو تہٕ تَتھ پٮ۪ٹھ ہسا بَنٲیِو, تُلِوُن یہِ أنِوُن یوٗرۍ. The tinny man soon made a wooden cart. It was 2 meters long and 2 meters wide and had 22 wheels. The wheels were also made of wood. Hundreds of tinny horses pulled the and cart, and hundreds of tinny men joined together to tie Gulliver on it. اَمہِ پَتہٕ کیٛاہ کوٚر یِمو, بَنوو اَکھ وُڈن کاٹ, اَکھ ریڈ ہیوٗ اَکھ بَنووُکھ تہٕ تَمہِ پَتہٕ کیٛاہ کوٚرُکھ, یُس ہسا 2 میٖٹر زیوٗٹھ تہٕ 1 میٖٹر کھوٚل اوس, اَتھ لَگٲیِکھ 22 ٹٲر, 22 ویٖلٕز, 22 ٹٲر لٲگۍ اَتھ. تِم ویٖل تہِ ٲسۍ کَمِکۍ بَنیمٕتۍ, تِم تہِ ٲسۍ لٔکرِ ہٕنٛدۍ تہٕ لۄکٕٹۍ لۄکٕٹۍ ہَتہٕ بٔدۍ لۄکٕٹۍ لۄکٕٹۍ گُرۍ یِم ہسا ٲسۍ, تِم ہسا لٔگۍ اَتھ لَمنہِ. تہٕ بیٚیہِ ہسا باقٕے یِم تہِ ٹِنہِ مین ٲسۍ, یِم تہِ آے سَمیٛاے تہٕ کوٚرُکھ گُلیور کوٚرُکھ اَتھ منٛز, اَتھ یُس ہسا کاٹ اوس اَتھ سۭتۍ تھووُکھ بنٛد کٔرِتھ, اَتھ ریڈَس سۭتۍ وَنو أسۍ. Then the horse pulled the cart with Gulliver on it. The next day they reached to the gate of the city. The king of Lilliput came and saw Gulliver. He was very surprised and said to himself, "Oh, this man is very big. His arms and legs are like tall trees." ییٚلہِ ہسا کاٹ بَنٲو, اَتھ پٮ۪ٹھ کھولُکھ یہِ, تَمہِ پَتہٕ ہسا درٛاے دوٚپُن بیٚکہِ دۄہ ہسا وٲتۍ کوٚت, اَتھ پنٛنِس شہرَس منٛز بادشاہَس نِش وٲتۍ تہٕ بادشاہَن یُتھُے وُچھ, سُہ درٛاو نٮ۪بر, تٔمۍ وُچھ, سُہ گوٚو بَڑٕ حٲران. تٔمۍ ووٚن دوٚپُن یُس ہسا یہِ نفر چھُ, یہِ ہسا چھُ واریاہ بوٚڑ. ہی اِز دِس اِز ویری بِگ. یہِ ہسا چھُ واریاہ بوٚڑ. أمۍ سٕنٛز زنٛگ تہٕ نَرِ ہسا چھِ زَن تہِ بٔڑۍ بٔڑۍ کُلۍ. Gulliver was taken to an old temple and put there. The king's men tied one of his legs with strong chains to a pillar. Crowds of people came and saw him. Some of them shoot arrows at his face, but the king stopped this. Gulliver did some funny tricks and pleased the king and the people. تہٕ یُتھُے یِمو یہِ واتنو اور, یہِ تھوٚوُکھ اَتہِ ٹٮ۪مپلَس نِش, تَتھ جایہِ تھوٚوُکھ, تَتہِ تھوٚوُکھ گٔنڈِتھ یہِ. تَمہِ پَتہٕ کیٛاہ کوٚرُکھ, پِلرَن سۭتۍ تھوٚوُکھ یہِ گٔنڈِتھ. تَمہِ پَتہٕ لُکھ گٔے جمع تہٕ یِمو اَڑیو ہسا کیٛاہ کوٚر, یِمو ہسا تُل أمِس کوٚرُکھ ایروز چلٲیِکھ أمِس پٮ۪ٹھ, ایروز مطلب گٔے تیٖر چلٲیِکھ أمِس پٮ۪ٹھ. مگر بادشاہَن دوٚپنَکھ یِم کٔرِو کِہیٖنۍ, أمِس مہ کٔرِو, أمِس پٮ۪ٹھ مہ چلٲیِو یِم تیٖر ویٖر کینٛہہ. Then one day Gulliver said to the king, "Please take away my chains. I want to walk about." اَکہِ دۄہ ووٚن أمۍ گُلیور أمِس کِنٛگَس, دوٚپمَس بادشاہَس ووٚن, دوٚپمَس یہِ میٛٲنۍ چینہٕ کَر تہٕ مےٚ یَلہٕ تہٕ بہٕ پَکہٕ ہا. The king said, "That will be dangerous. You will walk on people's body and kill them." دوٚپنَس یہِ ہسا چھُ خطرٕ سانہِ خٲطرٕ, اگر ژٕ ترٛاوُتھ أسۍ یَلہٕ, ژٕ پَکَکھ یِمن سانٮ۪ن یِم تہِ لُکھ چھِ یِمو پیٚٹھۍ پَکَکھ, ژٕ شیرَکھ یِم مٲرِتھ. No, I will be careful. I will not kill anyone. Your people will be quite safe, Gulliver said. دوٚپمَس بہٕ پَکنہٕ یِمو پٮ۪ٹھ کِہیٖنۍ, بہٕ روزٕ واریاہ زیادٕ محتاط, بہٕ مارَن نہٕ کٕہٕنۍ تہٕ چٲنۍ یِم لُکھ آسَن یِم ہسا روزَن بِلکُل سیف روزُن یِم, Gulliver ووٚننَس. The king said to his men, "Take his chains away. He is not a dangerous giant." The Gulliver was free and he lived among the people of Lilliput for several months. اَمہِ پَتہٕ ترٛووُکھ یہِ یَلہٕ تہٕ پَتہٕ ہسا روٗد واریاہَن رٮ۪تَن یہِ یِمَن سۭتۍ. یہِ چھُ اَکہِ کِتابہِ منٛز یُس ہسا لیٚچھمٕژ چھِ جوناتھن سوِفٹ یُس چھُ, تٔمۍ چھِ لیٚچھمٕژ گُلیورَس ٹرٛاوٕلز. یہِ چھِ تَمی منٛز اَکھ حِصہٕ کوٚڑمُت یِمو, یُس ہسا اَسہِ یَتھ لیسنہِ منٛز پوٚر. تہٕ اِنشاء اللہ پگاہ سوزمو تۄہہِ بہٕ أمِس لیسنٕکۍ کوسچنٕز.